Hello, this is Suze with a great DIY that you can use for many different aspects. We're going to make just a general salve. It's like a lotion concept that you can use for either immune boosting or for helping to support the respiratory system or maybe for sleeping, whatever it is. You just add your essential oils of choice to this recipe and then you can make it apply to a vast array of ideas. Okay, so I'm going to grab the camera and show you what we're working with. So this is our gathering of supplies, all right? I have some cocoa butter, you see there on the right, or I guess at your left. It's crude cocoa butter. And then we have coconut oil, and I just got this from the local Costco, and it's solid in when it's cool, and then liquid when it's warmed up. And then I have yellow beeswax. I believe I got that off of Amazon. You can get it in many different areas. These are pastilles, just little beadlets, melted down again, become liquid. And then lastly we have shea butter, and shea butter once again becomes a liquid when melted down. And then I have going in this double boiler the salve that we are making. And a little tip that I learned from my mom is to take a canning lid and to put it, and that keeps it on the bottom. It keeps your whatever you're using off the very bottom of the stove there and this direct heat, and so you can just put whatever it is on top of there. And it works really well for being able to keep your products safe, whatever you're using to melt in. So the purpose of a double boiler is you don't want to add water into it, so you just need that heat to keep it, to help it melt. So you're going to take equal parts of everything I'm showing you here. So like we had mentioned before, the cocoa butter, this helps as a great moisturizer for the skin. You're going to melt down equal parts. So if you want to start maybe with 1 tablespoon, you do 1 of each of these 3. All right? Cocoa butter, coconut oil, and then shea butter. So just those 3, and you're going to do 1 tablespoon of each or 1 cup of each, depending on how much you're wanting of this. And then you melt it in the double boiler, sort of the same concept as you see right here. And then you're going to set it aside and let it cool. And the reason that you let it cool is so that it can come down to room temperature, because if you try working with it right away, it's going to take a really long time. So you let it cool, and then you mix it into, you can use either a stand mixer, you can use a hand mixer, whichever you have on hand, and it becomes this beautiful, rich, frothy substance. It's almost like a butter that you want to eat. My 2-year-old daughter Penelope always tries eating it whenever we make it. And so you can take that, and you can also, if you're interested, I grabbed the beeswax and just take, so if you were maybe doing half a cup of each of these oils or butters, then you're going to make 2 tablespoons of the beeswax. You're going to add 2 tablespoons into that. And the reason you're doing the 2 tablespoons of the beeswax is maybe if you want a bit more of a solid substance versus just a cream or a lotion. So it's going to make it, it's going to hold up a little bit better. So you can play around, see whatever you like as far as the consistency, and it's going to melt down into a liquid. And then when you beat it, after it cools, this is going to be more of the consistency. So I have some that's cooled. So it's almost like a salve, as in like a, what do you call that, Vaseline? So it's like your own DIY Vaseline. And again, you can mix any essential oils you'd like into this. So I was going to show you just some for examples. Breathe is a blend that a lot of people use for respiratory support. So you can use, just put a few drops. You have your little salve, put it in your hand. Add a few drops of Breathe into that, or in Canada it's EasyAir, and that will be for respiratory. So just like with Vicks, but all natural, no dangerous chemicals. Rub it right on the chest, right, rub it on the bottom of the feet. And then one of my husband and I's favorite essential oils lately, single, has been vetiver. Gotta try this. It's an amazing, just super relaxing, grounding, calming for the brain, the emotional system, and fabulous for sleeping. If you or a loved one you know has issues with sleeping or staying asleep, this is your baby. Trust me on that. Okay, that is the simplicity of it, and you are good to go. All of these you can find New Directions Aromatics.ca, or you can just Google any Amazon, or there's so many different sources, whatever, even your local health food store. That's it, and I hope you have a fun time making this. We'll see you soon.